My old friend Mimi Kennedy, actress and activist, a member of Progressive Democrats of America, on the line with us. Mimi, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Tom. How are you? Happy New York primary day, and the other states, of course, but I'm a New York native, so I'm very keyed into New York. That's why I called in.
Okay, that's great. And I should add, you're starring in the movie Mom now, or Mom.
The TV show,
or the TV show, excuse me, yeah.
Great little show, and I'm very proud of it.
Yep. So what's going on with the New York primary that you've been following?
Well, because I've been looking at election integrity nationwide now for 12 years, I got to talk about what's going on in New York. A couple of things for voters nationwide to know, and then I'm going to talk about New York voters and what they can do. I just found out that in almost all counties of New York, except those around New York City, the polls are opening at noon today.
Right.
Noon to 9 p.m. Why not 6 a.m.? I don't know. In my hometown, Rochester, New York, the polls opened at 6 a.m. To 9 p.m. Last time there was a local election, which about 25% turnout. This is going to be a huge election, and suddenly most New York counties are opening the polls at noon. People on swing shifts, people who go to work, this totally erases them. Okay. In Brooklyn, I think a lot of people have seen a story circulating saying about 60,000 Democrats suddenly are no longer on the voter rolls for Democrats in Brooklyn have dropped by about 60,000 names suddenly. And the story's just out now. Well, to check your registration and change it, like you're in the wrong party suddenly and you really should be a Democrat, you had to do that last October.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't think too many people are paying attention. So you may not be able to vote on a Democratic ballot in this primary unless you insist, I was a Democrat. This is my right to vote, and I want an affidavit ballot. It's a bureaucratic process. It's an extra layer, but
you probably have to tell the election official that there is a federal lawsuit brought by the Sanders campaign on this. It is, in fact, it's being heard right now. The pleadings on it, and therefore, and part of that lawsuit is to allow the provisional ballots, which are normally placebo ballots, they never get counted, to allow the provisional ballots to be counted, and therefore you, sir or madam, at the election office, you must give me a provisional ballot because
we have to fight for our right to vote. This also happened in Arizona, and the plea from the Secretary of State of Arizona is, oh, no, this is a presidential preference election, and it's not a federal election. It's just electing electors.
Right.
So the people aren't actually voting for a federal office in this election, and we don't have to protect their vote. That is actually the argument from the state of Arizona to the voters on a lawsuit that was filed there. But don't take it. This is going to go all the way to the Supreme Court at some point. Fight for your right to vote. You're voting. The state of New York is supposed to let you vote. The Help America Vote Act does say in a federal election. That is going to be argued, I guarantee you, at the Supreme Court, what a primary is. Still, for now, today, fight for your right to vote. And then the last piece is 2 scanners, ES&S scanners, which take your paper ballot and put it in a locked ballot box to give you a chance to overvote correct or undervote correct. Broken in a Brooklyn voting polling place. So you can see the video just if you want to Google 2 machines broken at Brooklyn polling place. This is what happens. You get 2 scanners down and voting suddenly, it's certainly, if it doesn't stop, you can now make out an emergency ballot, put it in an emergency ballot box, and later they promise they'll count it.
Right.
What happened. And the people are furious.
Yeah, and over 100,000 people have apparently been bumped off the voting rolls just in Brooklyn alone, which is amazing.
Well, I think it was, I heard 60, but yes.
Yeah.
In other words, these are all the visible areas in which they are messing with our vote, and I think the insiders or whoever might be doing this know that a primary election is somehow not technically covered, maybe, by the Help America Vote Act.
Right.
This is something I just found out, and I've been doing this for 12 years.
Amazing.
But that was the argument from Arizona, and I did read some of the Help America Vote Act summary this morning, and it apparently says if you're voting for a federal candidate, the states have to make sure this is good and that all voters can vote. Well, are we voting for... Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. In New York, you not only have to vote for Hillary or Bernie, but you also have to vote for all their electors. So
that's the loophole.
Yeah, there you go. That's astonishing. Mimi, thank you for calling in, and thanks for the information.
Tom, you're so great. Thank you very much. Your show is horrifying this morning. I have kids and grandkids, and I want to thank you for it.
You're welcome. It's pretty serious stuff. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you very much. Great talking with you. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.